Hello, everyone. My name is Jessica, and you have reached the Two Sticks and String podcast. I'm a podcast about knitting, crocheting, sometimes cross stitch, and cats. There's also a little bit of traveling in there every once in a while, but amidst the pandemic, sort of been brought to a lull. And so there isn't much traveling going on. Anyways, if you are new here, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. I am so glad that you are here and you're spending a little bit of your day with me, especially with the holidays being here. I know that Vlogmas is the thing right now. I've been watching a few people's Vlogmases and I really enjoy it, but I try really hard to not let it consume my day because it's very easy to just watch everyone's Vlogmas and then all of a sudden your day is gone. Anyways, if you want to find me, I am Armywifeknitlife or Armywifeknitlife D-Stash on Instagram. I am going to be gone for the holidays, so if you want to buy anything, just be aware it's going to be a minute until I'll be back home to send it out to you. So I won't send you an invoice until I'm back home. If you want to find me on Ravelry, I am Armywifeknitlife, and we have a Ravelry group, which I am hoping to revive. I'm going to put in the Color Your Stash thread up probably sometime this week once I'm landed and settled in at my grandparents', but not until then. We are the Two Sticks and String podcast. Just look for Petrillo the Owl, which is the owl you see at the beginning of every one of my episodes, and you'll know you're in the right spot. So join us, introduce yourself, get ready for the make-along. I'm excited to have you here. Let's get started, shall we? Today is going to be a very short episode because it's already late at night, not super late, it's like 7 p.m. It's December 21st, by the way. And I had to work all day. I opened and I stayed there until about 5, and it's already dark out, and I have to do it all again tomorrow and finish packing and do a dinner at my friend's house. So this is going to be super quick, and I don't have a lot to show anyways, but I wanted to get it out because I have Christmas presents here, and I needed to record before I gave them away tomorrow. So, foes. Let's start with, drum roll please, my final pair of Desert Vista Dye Works socks for the year 2021. Here they are. I knit all my socks toe up on a magic loop Chow-goo needle. It depends, or carbons. It just depends on what's available. Same with the sizing. It's either going to be a 1 or 1.5. If they are socks for me, they have 27 stitches on each needle, which adds up to 54. Or if they're for my mother, like this pair is, there's 30 stitches on each needle for a total of 60 stitch foot sock. This is the colorway Gingerbread People, and it comes with a coordinating mini skein. So I had enough that I could have done heel, toe, and cuff in contrasting if I wanted to, but I'm probably going to be making a pair for my aunt out of this exact same colorway next year, and so I figured I could, if I left the cuff out, I could at least get a heel in for hers when I knit her pair. So that's that. These sock blockers are not the typical ones I show you because there's nothing wrong with the others. However, this is a special pair. This is also from Myln Jedrow, as we've discussed. The name will be down here. But these are a pair of her Christmas sock blockers. They do say Merry Christmas on the top, and they are size medium for this foot. I really like them. And when I had ordered this pair, it came with the little reindeer cutouts too. So I have 4 reindeer cutouts, and they're so adorable. I love them. I love them so much. And it's of course, it's the same on this sock blocker as this one because it's a pair. So that's the first one. I don't have a set pattern for that. That's just my own vanilla sock pattern. I don't do anything fancy. If I'm knitting them for my aunt or it's a 3x3 rib. If I'm knitting them for my mother, it's a 2x2 rib. That's it. That's exciting. I know. They're going to be a Christmas present. This next one, though, this is kind of a massive project and undertaking, because last time I spoke to y'all on the 3rd, this wasn't even on my radar. Wasn't planning on doing it, so I obviously hadn't started yet, but I have since done it and finished. So, I have not 1, not 2, not 3, oh no, not 4. Keep going. 5, 6, count them, 7. 7 Banff hats. That's Banff, Banff, by Tin Can Knits. This is for my friend's family, and we are having dinner with them tomorrow, and so we're celebrating the holiday together. But they have 5 children, and it's one of their first Christmases, and I'm not going to go into details about why. It is their first, well, it's technically their second Christmas for their kids, but their youngest they're twins, they're 4, and so the younger twin is tiny as can be. So he has a toddler size hat, and he can put away some food. So he's not malnourished or underfed, he's just small. And then the girls both have child size hats. The older boys have adult smalls. There's my friend and her hubby. So again, we're not going to go into why it's their second Christmas technically, but I wanted to do a little something to help make it special. And since they're a blended family, I thought it would be really cute for them to all have matching hats so that they could have something in unison and together and special for them as a whole family instead of just blended. So I knit these in Caron 1 pound in the scarlet colorway and the white colorway. And just so you know, if you knit 1 adult large, 3 adult smalls, 2 childs, and a toddler, you still have yarn left over in both skeins. In fact, the contrast color, I had been using a leftover skein, which was about half used, and I still have some left over of it. So it really does not take a lot of this contrast color at all. And these hats don't take very long at all. They're very simple to knit, and they were fun to make. I'm happy to be able to make something for them. My last finished object is the Easy Pussy hat. It's on Stan the Mannequin head right now. This is also for my friend, since she was not allowed to wear hats for a very long time. It's not my story to tell, but so she really enjoys getting to wear them now, and she doesn't have a lot yet. So I am endeavoring to make her a hat in every single color possible once a month. So this one was just a little extra so she has more than just one for her family. This is knit in Felici worsted in the Goth Kitty colorway. And I think it's so cute. And I love Felici worsted for hats. It's something super simple. It adds fun color. And it's really easy. And if you've never knit a pussy hat before, this is a great pattern. This one is by Elizabeth Morrison. It's a free one. And I'm not going to give away the secret sauce, but she has a reason why her kitty ears stand out. So it's super simple. Give it a shot if you are wanting a cat hat. As I said, that is it for finished objects. I'm going to take a break here and cover announcements before we switch over to my one whip. So if you are interested in these, that's awesome. I just want to share news about people I'm following and make-alongs that I'm paying attention to, participating in, or that are upcoming. So, first one is the Sheep and Cheerful podcast. She is doing the Prayerful Mal, and so you spend time and just meditate, pray about, think about a certain topic for a week while you knit on this specific project. It gives you some quiet time to just reflect. And I think that's a really interesting idea and a good idea, because a lot of times, especially around this time of year, things are busy and rushed and you don't really get a time to just breathe. And this smile is designed to help you with that. And I think that's important. Another one is the Knitting on the Farm podcast. She still has her Advent Sundays happening on her vlogs. And tomorrow, the 22nd, is the finale, the Zoom finale for her very first sock pattern release and cowl that coincided with it. So if you are interested in meeting with a designer, you can pop on her Zoom tomorrow. All of her information and details for that will be on her Instagram, so be sure to check it out. And maybe you can get to say hello. And if you do, tell her her gurning sister said hello. That's me, by the way. I'm her gurning sister. Also, we have the Stitches and Jacks Finish Kits and Whips Mal. That is ending soon, so be sure to check out hers. And then, of course, my own make-along that is starting on January 1st and will run until December 31st of next year is the Color Your Stash make-along. So I don't care if you are knitting, crocheting, cross-stitching, spinning, anything that you are creating something. As long as it features this color of the month in it, you can enter it. And if you finish the project with that color in the month, you get an extra entry. You are going to be getting 5 skeins of, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it. It's Q-U-I-N-G. I think it's King fibers. And I will be showing them soon. And they're buried under a bunch of things for packing. But 5 skeins of fingering weight, that is exciting. They are singles, and they're beautiful colors. And I might throw in a few extra goodies too, but that's the main portion of the price. All right, so now we have one, count them, one whip. That's it. This is it right here. This is the Kato Cowl by Aroha Knits, or Francois Denoy. And I, of course, will put her name here like I always do. This is where I've started. I'm going to turn my light on here. It's going to wash me out. Sorry. But let's just see the color work a little better. It is a 3-color work, but it's not more than 2 colors at a time. So I'm using currently, this is a provisional cast on. This is not the end of the cowl. I'm using the light gray and the juniper from Juniper Moon Farms Patagonia Merino cotton. It is a DK weight. And eventually I will be adding the cardinal in. Let me grab it. I am knitting the larger size of this cowl. There's the cardinal. It's just beautiful yarn. It's a dream to work with. It is a little bit more rustic feeling, and sometimes you'll get little bits of vegetable matter still, but I like it. I don't mind it, and it's not huge bits. It's just itty bitty tiny ones. But this is it so far. I'm knitting it on Chow size 8 16-inch circulars. My progress keeper on this one is from Hawari Bazaar Yarn Co. And it is her shimmer RJ. Because I love RJ. He's so cute. But so I am knitting on this. It is being held in a Christmas animal bag from Awesome Granny. From Bags by Awesome Granny. It's a size large bag, in case you're wondering. That will be going with me on my trip. It's going to be the only thing I bring for knitting with me. So next I have some stash, and then I have a life update. So if you're not interested in stash, that's totally fine. I understand. That's why I'm doing the Color Your Stash thing, because I'm trying to avoid adding to stash. So no hard feelings if you have to say goodbye here. I don't mind. In my stash box, there are some things I will still continue to buy just because I really enjoy supporting the makers, and the colors are beautiful in their clubs. So the first one, this is from the Hawari Bazaar Grand Bazaar box, Beirut by Night. She is doing a repeat of this box. I don't know if you can still get in on it, but she did just switch. She's in the process of switching from an Etsy shop to her own website. So please, anything that is new and is not already on the Etsy, don't be discouraged. Go check out her website. It is well worth it, and it's beautiful. She did a lot of hard work on it. Anyways, this is the Gardenia Garland and Coffee. This is on the Nova Sock base. It's fingering weight, and it's very, very simple with just little pops of color. Here, let me turn that off and you'll be able to see a little better. And then this other one, this is the Beirut by Night colorway. Just stunning. It's a lot of purples with just hints of pink buried in it. Just beautiful. That's it for my stash. There were other things that came in the box. They just weren't yarn, so I didn't feel the need to include them in my stash enhancement. One was a spice. There is a coffee. There is a tea. There was a coaster and a candle and a tea infuser. So it was a great box. Well worth it. And if you're sensitive to fragrances, she did offer another option. I'm not sure if she's doing that in her repeat box, but I'm sure if you message her, she would be willing to work with you. Okay, that's all I have to show. For life, I am flying with my husband to San Diego this week, and on Thursday actually, and we will be back on the 30th. So we are going to be spending the holiday time with my grandparents and my parents, my brother, my cousins, aunts and uncles. Everyone's going to be at my grandmother, my Babcha's house, and we've all been vaccinated. Everyone other than me has had their booster. I had mine scheduled, but I ended up with a cold, and you're not allowed to get it when you are sick. So I have to reschedule, and their soonest reschedule was after the holidays in January. So I'm the only one that has not been boosted yet, and so we are being very cautious, and I think it's important that everyone else is cautious too, of course. I am planning on seeing my friend Alex while there, even if it's just going to be for a short time. Our schedule's just I'm booked on the only days that she has off because I have to work around family schedules too. So, but she's my Mooah friend, and so I'll just say, Mooah, Alex, I can't wait to see you. And that's kind of it for me. The kiddies are going to be in a boarding, I call it the kiddie hotel because I don't like to say it's a boarding facility, but they're going to be in a nice place with a webcam so that I can pop in and check on them 24/7. And there's even an option where I can press to give them a treat. There's a TV in their room. They will not be bored. So I'm very excited for that. My hubby and I are hoping to go to LA and visit my cousins one day because they're from the other side of the family, and LA is a good meeting spot where if we do, we will be going to Westwood to eat at my favorite restaurant, Shamshiri's. It's also my cousin's favorite, and we're going to bring their hubbies along so that they can chat. And then we would also probably be going to the Line store in LA, which I know you guys, I'm sure you're sick and tired of hearing about me talking about BTS and K-pop, but it's part of my life. I should really add it to my tagline that this is a podcast about knitting, crochet, cross-stitch, cats, traveling, and K-pop. But it is a store that sells merchandise from some very popular Korean animations, and it sells BTS merchandise here in the States as well. So I obviously have to go and get that, right? It's just, I can't be in one of the only stores in the US, one of the only places that has this kind of store in the US, and just not go. I can't. It's against the rule. I don't make the rule. I just follow them. So that's kind of all I have for plans and to talk about this episode. As I said, it's going to be a short one. I do hope that you guys have a wonderful holiday if you're celebrating any holidays through the season. I know a lot of my followers also don't have a holiday right now, and that is okay. So I hope that you guys get to enjoy being cozy, spend time with your families, stay safe, and until next time, do what makes your heart sing. For me, that's 2 sticks and a string. See ya.